Have you ever noticed something strange? You can be walking through a park, minding your own business, and suddenly, a squirrel runs away. Birds take off into the sky. A deer freezes for a moment, then disappears into the forest. The funny thing is, you weren't chasing them. You weren't threatening them. You probably weren't even paying attention to them. So why do animals seem so afraid of humans? Why do creatures that have claws, horns, venom, incredible speed, and powerful instincts often react as if we are the most dangerous thing they've ever seen? Well, the answer goes back much further than most people realize. In fact, to understand why animals fear humans today, we need to travel back hundreds of thousands of years, back to a time when humans were something much more terrifying. When people think about prehistoric humans, they usually imagine survival. No houses, no supermarkets, no technology, just humans trying not to become somebody else's lunch. And that's true. Life was dangerous. But there was another side to the story. Animals had reasons to fear us too, because ancient humans weren't ordinary hunters. Most predators rely on speed. A cheetah can sprint at incredible speeds. A lion attacks with explosive power. A crocodile waits patiently for the perfect ambush. Humans did something completely different. We chased, and chased, and chased. Scientists call this persistence hunting. Instead of catching prey quickly, early humans would simply keep following an animal for hours, sometimes all day. Now, imagine you're an antelope. You spot a human in the distance. Not a big problem. You run away. Easy. A few minutes later, you look back. The human is still there. So you run again. An hour passes. You check again. Still there. 2 hours later, still there. At some point, you'd probably start thinking, why is this guy so obsessed with me? But that's exactly what made humans so effective. We evolved to run long distances. We sweat. We cool our bodies efficiently. And unlike most animals, we can keep moving for a very long time. Eventually, the prey becomes exhausted. The human doesn't stop, and the hunt ends. For thousands of generations, animals that ignored humans often didn't survive. The ones that ran away had a better chance. And over time, being cautious around humans became one of the smartest survival strategies in nature. But here's the really interesting part. Humans aren't just hunters. We're also incredibly unpredictable. And in the animal kingdom, unpredictability is terrifying. Think about a lion. Animals understand lions. They know where lions live. They know how lions hunt. They know what lions are likely to do. The same is true for wolves, or bears, or crocodiles. Every predator follows patterns. Humans, not so much. Imagine trying to understand humans from an animal's perspective. One person leaves food, another person builds a road, another person saves your life, another person wants to eat you. Good luck figuring that out. To wildlife, humans are one giant mystery. And when you can't predict something, the safest option is usually to stay away from it. Now, here's something scientists discovered that sounds almost unbelievable. In 2016, researchers conducted an experiment using sound recordings. Some recordings contained predator sounds. Others contained something much simpler: human voices. Just normal people talking. Nothing aggressive, nothing threatening, just normal conversation. The results surprised researchers. Many animals reacted more strongly to human voices than to the sounds of other predators. Even mountain lions quickly avoided areas where human voices were playing. Think about that for a second. A mountain lion is an apex predator. It can take down large prey with ease, yet hearing humans talk was enough to make it leave. Scientists have even referred to humans as a super predator, not because we're stronger than every animal, but because no other predator affects as many species as we do. And our influence doesn't stop there. Researchers have discovered that animals around the world are actually changing their daily routines because of us. A large study published in the journal Science found that many animals become significantly more active at night when humans are nearby. Why? Because nighttime is when humans are less active.
In other words, wildlife is scheduling its life around avoiding us. Imagine changing your entire work schedule because one person moved into your neighborhood. That's basically what's happening. Animals aren't just changing where they live, they're changing when they live. Entire species are adapting their behavior simply because humans exist nearby. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. What happens when animals have never encountered humans before? The answer is fascinating. Many of them aren't afraid at all. When explorers first reached remote islands centuries ago, they often found animals that barely reacted to people. Some birds didn't fly away. Some animals walked right up to humans. Others simply stared, curious, confused, but not afraid, because they had never learned that humans could be dangerous. The same thing happens today in some remote regions. Researchers working in Antarctica often report curious penguins approaching them. The penguins inspect equipment, examine cameras, and sometimes seem more interested in humans than humans are in them, which reveals something important. Animals are not born fearing humans. Fear is learned, and for many species, that lesson has been repeated for thousands of generations. The deeper scientists look into this question, the clearer the answer becomes. They fear humans because history taught them to. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans spread across forests, mountains, grasslands, deserts, rivers, and coastlines. Everywhere we went, animals learned the same lesson. Humans can be dangerous. And over time, avoiding humans became one of the most effective survival strategies available. Evolution rewarded that behavior, generation after generation, until eventually, fear became deeply rooted in wildlife across much of the planet. So, the next time a squirrel runs away, or a bird flies off before you get close, or a deer vanishes into the trees the moment it notices you, remember this: that animal isn't reacting to you personally. It's responding to a survival program built over countless generations, a program shaped by hundreds of thousands of years of experience, a program based on one simple rule: when humans appear, be careful, because throughout history, that rule has often meant the difference between life and death. And maybe that's the strangest fact of all. The animal most feared by wildlife isn't the lion, it isn't the wolf, it isn't the shark. It's the species listening to this video right now. Us.